What's going on, everyone? Scotty Reed here, Black Talk Radio News, and boy do I have a news story for you. So I shared some content to TikTok, as can be seen on the screen, a video that was showing some Ukrainian, I'm gonna call them law enforcement officers, because they're enforcing the law that forces 16-year-old men who are 16 years old, and I think it's up to 55. And they're saying, and they put a restriction on my account. Well, not a restriction, but they put a strike on my account and removed the video. So I go through the appeal process, and saying that I showed something that was shocking and graphic. And in my appeal process, I don't understand, why. And that's the thing that I chose. Right now, I'm trying to look at this tiny screen, and it'll show you which one I picked. The above information doesn't help me understand why the video should be removed. So it is kind of vague terminology and saying, oh, that's shocking. And it was nothing graphic about it. All it simply showed was a assumed to be a Ukrainian male, a white male, being arrested by some other white males and being conscripted, because I did provide the context in the description, but he is being conscripted into the Ukrainian army and forced to be cannon fodder. So what people who don't understand what cannon fodder is, that is the percentage of soldiers that'll be sacrificed by just charging them against the front lines of the battlefield or trying to overtake enemy positions. Now, the young man is not being battered. He's not being punched or anything like that. They didn't take the butt of their weapon. Looked like an M16. Didn't take the M16 butt and bust him in the head or anything like that. They had him outside of a car, which I presume was his family, because you could hear the people inside the car who was taking the video crying, because this man, as I look at it, is being kidnapped and forced to go die on the battlefield in a war that he wants no part of. This is what the Biden administration, Republicans, the neoconservative Republicans like Lindsey Graham and others like Marco Rubio, certainly Ted Cruz, and so this is what they're supporting in Ukraine, okay? And this has been years or decades, I should say, in the planning, and using Ukraine to attack Russia. So I just say, the online content in my appeal, I say, this is no different than the content that I see of people posting, and I posted, of cops being bad, cops beating up people, cops arresting people. Again, they did not beat up this man. They was conscripting into Zelensky Commander Z's army. Okay, it was no violence whatsoever. They were just putting him in zip ties, and he wasn't resistant or anything like that. So how is that graphic? Is it shocking? Well, it should be shocking that people can just be snatched off the street and forced to fight in the war, given very little training and chance to succeed, and go off and die. To me, that's premeditated murder. And I'm, for all these conservatives, and including the Biden administration and members of the Democratic Party, talking all this junk about TikTok and how it's propaganda, owned by the Chinese and all of that. And why would they restrict such content? Why? And, it's still up on Twitter. I haven't gotten a strike on Twitter, and I haven't even posted it to Facebook. And I think I did post it to Instagram, so I have to look into it. But, I appealed this, and I think people ought to know what the U.S. government is supporting.